It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Coming up next.
It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Greg Zuerlein out for the opening kick. And we're underway at Hard Rock. Washington now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job.
This finds Smith. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Miami.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down, ball at the 36. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. He's on the move. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Hauled in by Waddle. And he gets him around 6 there. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets' side. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Finds his man Waddle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35. Here's Achane up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They send the tight end in motion left. Tua now from the gun. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Hanging close, and it does find that right upright. No good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing to start it off. Has a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers set to pass. That throw finds Conklin. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. They'll throw again. Rodgers. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Hall has the New York touchdown. The Jets get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Breece Hall with the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. D. Eskridge to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their second drive of the contest. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. They'll start the drive with Achane. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Tua out of the pistol. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Waddle now in motion right. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped, helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
They motion the tight end over. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. DJ Reed brings him down that time.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They go play action with Tagovailoa. Buying some time left. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The second drive coming up now for the Jets offense. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
They'll start this one out with Hall. Jukes one defender. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 37. This is reeled in by Wilson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for him from the 46. A tight end in motion now. On first down, here comes Hall. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
The give on second to Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
So on 4th down, the Jets turn to a fan favorite. It's Thomas Morstead to punt it away. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Tagovailoa on 1st down. He's got Smith. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Here's Achane running right. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a gain of 4 there. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Waddle now in motion right. 1st down, here's Tua. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. A-Chain on the inside give. And he's able to work this down to the 41. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll stick with A-Chain. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
First down, ball at the 36. They kick the running back in motion. Tagovailoa on first down. Taken in by Smith. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Second down carry for Achane. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. They run. It's Achane. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard, and that brings up 3rd and 8.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
So we're through 1 quarter of this AFC East contest. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They've been moving it well, but face a 3rd down here. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's gonna run for it! And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Tua looking to throw. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Doesn't have the hook up there, incomplete pass.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Man in motion here. Tua off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Jason Sanders leading the Dolphins field goal unit out. This is from 35 out on the left hash. Aubrey puts it through, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Rodgers. That's complete to Wilson. He's got to gain a 6 there. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Rodgers here from the gun. Into the hands of Conklin. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. From the gun, it's Hall. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Javon Holland there to make the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the 46. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Able to find Corley. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
A give left side for Hall. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
They've got first down from the 31. Here's Hall once more. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Hall gets it again on 2nd down. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Into traffic, complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the red zone now. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets now lead by 10. Breece Hall with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Zerline on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets drive their lead to 11. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Washington now to return. Return's looking good so far. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Dolphins send a running back Devon Achane getting back to work. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This finds Smith.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. On target to his man, Berrios. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. They send Hill right. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. That's a 9-yard pickup, and it gives him a 3rd and 2.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that was pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
3rd and just 2 to go. Design bootleg here. Finds him on the crossing route. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Toss play left, Achane. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Here's 2nd and 11. Able to find Achane. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. 3rd and short, Mostert. And he drives this forward to the 6. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Man in motion, headed right. They're going to try with the wideout. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Rolling out to his left, and he carries it in for the touchdown. The Dolphins make it a 1-score game in the first half. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Xavier Gibson now to return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They've got first down from the 31. Rodgers to throw. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's Rodgers. That throw finds Conklin. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Rodgers will look to throw. Able to hit Hall, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Dolphins will have some work to do as they take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. Off the play fake, here's Tagovailoa. This one finds the fullback. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They motion the slot man right. And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Assignments were tested, and they were ready for it defensively. That's an excellent stop at the line, and it's going to make this offense seriously question revisiting that call.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Pushing it up past the 30. Good gain here as he heads out of bounds. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be first down, Miami.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's Tua again. He's got Smith. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
2nd and 3 now. They've got a man in motion. Out of the shotgun, a give to A-Chain. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Dolphins pushing for a score before the break. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Caught by the open man. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 from the 41. Tua now from the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Cade, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Trying again following the sack. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Motioning left is Berrios. 3rd down run from Achane. And this one doesn't go far. The Jets take their first time out as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. On again comes Jake Bailey to punt this away. Xavier Gipson on to return for the Jets. And the punter earning some high fives on that one. They're going to down this kick at the 3. The Jets offense now set to take over. And this close to their end zone, they have got to be careful, but still enough time that they could mount something of a drive here before the half. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
They go right back to Hall. Room on the sideline to the 15. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Rodgers here from the gun. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. No return on that punt. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That's grabbed inside the 30. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Jason Sanders leading the Dolphins field goal unit out. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Aubrey puts it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. Chased out to his right. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. Jordan Brooks comes up with it. And the Dolphins are stopped on that return, so that interception's going to be the final play of this opening half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Sanders all set to send it away. Gibson now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Jets returning their offense and this running back to the field. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 29. He's on the move. He takes it himself. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the shotgun, Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10 from the 41. Hall running between the tackles. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now here's Rodgers. That's caught. He finds Allen Lazard. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
On 1st down, here comes Hall. 16 yards on the play. And that will set up 1st and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Rodgers set to pass. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, New York. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Zerline on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets grow their lead to 8. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Eskridge on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They're out and set. 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
From the 32. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. It was there. He just couldn't corral it. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Tua off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. Jake Bailey's going to kick it away. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Jets football. First and 10 now from the 30. Now Rodgers. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Rodgers to throw. Escapes the... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. To throw, Rodgers. Getting out to his left. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Yeah, this defense is seeing a vulnerable offense right now, an offense that can't protect itself. First and foremost, before you do anything else, you got to make sure you account for everybody. And right now, this defender, well, he's taking this game over.
So out now comes the punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Dolphins are back on offense. Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Tua out of the pistol. Got his target. It's Hill. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Waddle now in motion right. Achane, a 1st down carry. This is ahead for about 5. Tackle made by Chuck Clark. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's 2nd and 5. Has him on the quick hitter. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. And they send a man in motion. Trying to pick it up here with Achane. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he'll try to hit this one well. And it's out of bounds without a whole lot of room for error. He hit it well. They're saying it's out at the 4. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Hall on the give. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. It was Tyrell Dodson with the tackle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hall. They'll have him gain about a handful there. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
3rd down give to Hall. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Hall once more. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
3rd and just 2 to go. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's a gain of 4. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 34. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he'll get it up to the 44. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Into traffic, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Here's Hall. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
There wasn't a lot there for him, but he did what he needed to do. Go get that first down. Picked up the short gain, didn't risk a big loss. Looking for a bigger lane elsewhere.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on first. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. It's Hall on the carry. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. They get 35 out of that one. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. And that's a New York touchdown. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game?
Yep.
Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Zerline on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets lead by 15 now. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Eskridge on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Dolphins headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They run the counter to Achane. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Completes this one to Hill. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Jets get it back with a nice return to boot down inside the 30.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First, he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
The Jets and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running this with Hall. And that's good for a gain of 5. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win, too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Able to hit Hall, complete.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly, as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
They'll come up 1st and 10. A give left side for Hall. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
The give on 2nd to Hall. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Breece Hall with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Zerline on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets grow the lead now to 22 points. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Washington now to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. Miami set to take over once again on offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run for Mostert, and he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Dolphins have it to begin the 4th, and this game, it has been a nightmare for them. Second down now, 7 to go. Tua now from the gun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Flush down now to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. This one finds Berrios. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Second and 3 now. From the 42. On target to his man, Berrios. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They're set up at the 35 now. Tagovailoa on 1st down. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Tua again. Complete beyond the marker. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion here left. Now the give as they set up the jet sweep. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. But let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
From the 18 on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Tagovailoa now. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Running with H.A. and out of the gun. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves him a little bit closer. 3rd and goal coming up.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by DJ Reed.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
The Jets out to begin another drive. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now Rodgers. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
And the Dolphins in a nickel set for this 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Into the hands of Conklin. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Dolphins football. They've got first down from the 31. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's got Smith. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 41. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
Five DBs out there for the Jets. 3rd down. Tua setting up to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First down, here's Tua. Has a man, it's Achan. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 14. Got his target. It's Hill. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
3rd down. Jets are in a dime set. 6 defensive backs out there. Here's Tagovailoa again. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Tagovailoa off the play fake. Finds his man Waddle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Hall takes it straight ahead. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Throwing on first down, Rodgers. And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. Looking for a touch. And they get to him again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
An individual player taking over a drive isn't limited to just skilled players on the offense. If a defender gets in a groove like this, he can wreck a drive single-handedly with his pass rush. That is back-to-back sacks for him now. And it sure seems like whatever move he's throwing out there, it's working.
So a really tough spot here. This is third and a country mile. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Ooh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team on the field. And this is the fifth time he's been called upon today. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Miami offense headed out there now. They're out and set, first and 10. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be first down, Miami.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Has him on the quick hitter. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, Kate, it's one thing to get a player out into space. It's another when the defense sees it coming. No chance there for the running back as the defense defeats the blocks before that screen could ever get started.
All right, here we go. Second down. To the air yet again. Tagovailoa. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Again, it's Tagovailoa. Able to find Achane. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. Running back sent in motion. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Throwing this back in the end zone. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They go right back to Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Hall gets it again on 2nd down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Rodgers here from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Their punter making his way out now. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one, headed for the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Completes this one to Hill. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Offense in the hurry up here. Tagovailoa on 1st down. Achane reels it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Dolphins hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
And he'll get it up to the 27.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a 1st down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
Got to hurry this to the line. Desperation time here on fourth. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Jets have their offense ready to go again. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hall running between the tackles. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
Here's Hall once more. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
So it's a road win for the Jets. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from Miami.
It's the